Welcome back to Zero to Hero. We are trying to make our way from being an unknown manager all the way to becoming a footballing legend. Currently, we're with Dorking Wanderers of the Vanarama South as we start out on our journey in management. We have just suffered our heaviest defeat of our short managerial reign so far to the hands of West Brom in the FA Cup. The players' confidence has been shattered and we've called everyone in for a team meeting to try and get us back on the right path. Will my words of wisdom be enough to put things right, or will I be about to undertake our toughest task so far in our short reign as a manager? Let's get into the episode to find out. So as you can see, my words have hardly had an effect on our performance over the last few games. As we've been far from consistent, it certainly has been a test of my relatively new management skills, and I've learnt a lot from the players and also about myself. We started off the inconsistent run with a 3-3 draw against Oxford City in the league. We certainly made things difficult for ourselves in this one, and Harris didn't help matters as he got himself sent off. Thankfully, we showed some fight and managed to fight back to salvage a draw. It certainly wasn't a great performance. We do need to improve. Next up was the FA Trophy game away at Chesterfield. We knew this wasn't going to be an easy fixture and was going to be a good test to see how far we've actually come this season. We didn't have the best of starts in this one and found ourselves down 1-0 inside the first 10 minutes. We did get level thanks to Pryor at his 27th goal of the season, but in the end it was a rash challenge that resulted in a penalty that sealed our fate as we lost 2-1. So we're now out of another cup competition. We really have to start improving quickly as it looks like our confidence has massively been knocked by that defeat by West Brom. Well, if things couldn't get any worse, they have, as Matthew Briggs is now out for 4 to 6 months. I think that's the season over for him now. The indifferent form continues as we faced Eastbourne at home. We took an early lead through Rutherford, but again we're unable to keep a clean sheet and allowed Eastbourne back into the game. We really didn't create many chances this game. It was a disappointing performance all round. Crisis, you say? What crisis? We're back to winning ways, and boy, what a second half performance it was. After trailing 1-0 at the break, we turned on the style and found ourselves in front after 2 quick goals. They then levelled it up, but our pressure paid off towards the end as we ran out 5-2 winners. Pryor and McManus were outstanding today. In all, it was an excellent performance by everyone. So it was another tricky away tie this time as we travelled to Chelmsford. They're currently sitting 6th in the table and are also looking for the points themselves to try and cement that playoff spot for themselves. So again, we had to fight back to salvage something from the game. We really can be sloppy at times and we're starting to get found out at the back. Also, I really don't know where we'd be with this season without the goals from Pryor. That's his 30th of the season now. Thankfully, Ebbsfleet only drew 2. That means our lead of 6 points is still intact as we go into the next couple of games. So finally we're back at Meadowbank as we take on Hampton and Richmond. Well, it was the perfect start as Pryor slotted away a penalty, but again we couldn't keep it tight and let a goal in. Thankfully Rutherford was there to find the winner. It was a nervy performance from the boys as they know what's at stake if we drop points. That's another 3 points closer to our goal, so it's a massive win in the end. So the next 2 games could potentially make or break our season. First up we have Ebbsfleet, who are second and are 6 points behind us at home, and then we travel to Havant and Waterlooville, who are third. Ebbsfleet is up first. So we're starting with the same team that overcame Hampton and Richmond in the last match. Matthew Briggs is our only long-term casualty, so we have a pretty full squad to choose from for this game. So here we go in this potential season-turning game as we look to try and take all the points against Ebbsfleet. Well, this is certainly not the start that we've been looking for as Ebbsfleet take the lead. It was a lovely finish, but we need to be closing down quicker. We have a throw-in deep in the Ebbsfleet half. We pass the ball around nicely to try and fashion a chance. We manage to get the ball into the box, and who is there but Pryor to make it 1-1. We start by playing the ball out from the back. We try to go long, but Ebbsfleet intercept. We get the ball back and Moore runs forward with it. He tries to play in a through ball, but it only finds the keeper. The keeper quickly plays the ball out, and Ebbsfleet are on the attack again. Thankfully, Cranthrope is there with an outstanding block. We again play the ball out from the back and try to build an attack. We get the ball forward quickly. Shane finds himself out wide. He cuts the ball back and Wills is there to make it 2-1. That's his first goal of the season. What a time to score it. We are certainly the better side so far this half, but can we keep it tight and keep the lead going into half time? The answer is no. Ebbsfleet has pulled level again. It was sloppy play and a lack of closing down has cost us again. We just do not learn. So it's currently level at half time. It's been a pulsating first half and both teams are showing why they're the top two in the table. We just need to close down quicker and I'm sure we can come out on top in the second half. Well, it's the perfect start to the second half. McManus whips in a free kick and O'Dwyer is there to head it home to put us back in the lead. Excellent start to the second half. The performance is there from the boys today and it's certainly showing on the pitch. We have created more chances and our XG is looking good so far. It's another good chance as we try to put the game to bed. We pass the ball around and manage to work it into McManus into the box, whose shot is pushed wide by the keeper. The corner comes in, but it's cleared by Ebbsfleet, and they're back on the counter-attack. They play the ball around quickly, but we manage to get men back behind the ball. McShane gets a foot in, and the danger is cleared. Dangerous throw-in for Ebbsfleet. They work the ball forwards, and they manage to flash a shot just over the bar. Long goal kick from Ebbsfleet, and they pick up the loose ball. They work the ball forwards again, and it forces a fine save from Howes. Corner to Ebbsfleet. The corner comes in, but it's headed over the bar. We're going to make a few changes to try and slow the game down a bit to see if we can see out this match and the win. Fingers crossed it'll work. So we've made a triple substitution. Hopefully bringing fresh legs into the team will help freshen things up a little bit and help us see out the remaining minutes. So we're into the final 10 minutes now as Ebbsfleet are still pushing for an equaliser. They're passing the ball around lovely, trying to finish an opener. Thankfully, we are restricting them to just shots from distance. Mute has the ball out wide and his cross is blocked. We manage to get the ball back and work it around the edge of the box. It finally falls to Gallagher, whose shot flies wide of the post. Dying moments of the game now, and Ebbsfleet are back on the attack. They work the ball wide and find a way forward with it. Martin plays in Davidson, but thankfully he scuffs his shot straight at Howes. That was a huge let-off. So if we managed to hold on and take all 3 points here today, it was a difficult match at times, but we've managed to show the grit and determination that has got us into this position. We certainly created chances, and most players performed well today. Overall, it's a good win and performance from the boys. We now have opened up a 9-point lead at the top of the table. So up next is an away trip to Havant and Waterlooville. Pryor returns to his former club. Hopefully can show them what their loss is our gain. We were right out of the blocks with 2 goals within the first 10 minutes. They then managed to pull a goal back in stoppage time in the first half. And they certainly gave us a scare when they went 3-2 up, but thankfully we showed our true character and managed to come out 4-3 winners. We certainly have a "we'll outscore you" mentality at this club. Pryor again showing us why he's such an important player to this club. Well, what turned out to be a crisis is no more, and we're now sitting 9 points clear at the top with a far superior goal difference. We just need to keep things going and try and tighten up at the back, as the amount of goals that we're currently conceding is slightly concerning. Join us next time to see if we can stretch out the lead at the top as we push for promotion, as we continue from 0 to hero.